Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'll be showcasing the plugin titled PlayerParticles created by Esophose, and this plugin is compatible with Minecraft versions 1.8 and above. And what this plugin does is, as you guys can tell, it adds all sorts of different particles to not only the player, but to also other aspects of the environment as well. As you guys can see, we have a bow and sword ready to go. This plugin, I should also mention, is super configurable with stuff like enable, disable worlds regions, particle limits, and GUI customization. So without further ado, the base command for this plugin is /pp or /PlayerParticles. So we can go ahead and load in that command here, and that's going to create the GUI menu. If we do /PlayerParticles help, that creates the commands list for us. So I like to use the GUI menu for the most part, but some stuff that you can't do in the menu is stuff like PlayerParticle worlds, which shows which worlds the plugin is disabled in, or PlayerParticles version, which just tells you what version of the plugin you're running, and the creator, which is of course Esophose. So let's go ahead and run the command /pp now. And here we can manage our particles. So as you guys can see here, we have 4 particles enabled right now. We have one that affects arrows, one that affects block breaking, one that's a beam around us, and one that's a companion. So we're just gonna go ahead and reset all of our particles right now, and let's go ahead and create our own. So the particle effect here is the first step in creating your own particle. So that is what it's actually going to look like. So, you know, dripping honey is brand new to 1.15, so let's go ahead and add this to us. And particle style is sort of going to be how it affects your player. So if you're to do block break, then, you know, when you break a block, it would be like the dripping honey animation, and all these are just sort of related to that as well. And there's absolutely a ton within this plugin as well. As you guys can see, there's 2 pages that contain content here. So we can go set dripping honey to wings, and as you guys can see, we literally have dripping honey set to our wings right now, which is quite crazy for sure. Let's go ahead, and as you guys can tell, we can add in more than one as well. So we could go ahead and set the explosion emitter to breaking blocks, and let's go ahead and check this out here. We break a block, bang, we just have a huge explosion animation there. It doesn't actually do explosion damage or anything. As you guys can see, this creeper is completely unaffected. It's just entirely a particle effect. So beyond that, you know, we can show off one more. Like, come on, this is a particles video, let's go see some cool stuff. So why don't we go enable dragon breath, and we can go ahead and set the effect to sphere. Alright, and there you go, we just have a complete sphere protection from this dragon's breath right now. Cool. It looks kind of messy now. I'm not the best particles organizer. And if we go to groups here, we can just click here, and this will be save new group. And this is how we name it. We could just call this messy, because honestly this just looks kind of messy to me. And now we have both of our groups here. So if we're to click on one of my other saved groups, then I believe we actually just, yeah, we just change it to a group that I had made previously. And if we go back, oops, we can go back and set it to messy once again. So regardless of resetting your player particles or changing it, however, if you save it as a group, you can go back to that player particle at any point in the future. Now we can go ahead and reset all these. Here you can load a preset group. These are preset groups that the developer was nice enough to include, and I do like these quite a bit. They're nice and fun, you know, some rainbow particle effects. They aren't too flashy or too in your face, but I like them. They're pretty aesthetic on their own for sure. We can go ahead and showcase another one of these, and we got the nice cloud one that just sort of dangles over your head, obviously. Oh, and also rains on top of you, which is a little bit depressing. And next up, we got the primary effect. So here we can go ahead, load in another particle effect. We can make this the dripping lava, or let's just make it an actual just a particle itself. such as the firework, and then we can set this to beam again. That'd be cool. And then we can go ahead and go back, and this edits the primary effect. So if you already have a particle enabled, such as the firework here, you can go ahead and change that up right here. So we could go ahead and set it to dust, and as you guys can see, it has now been changed to dust without having to actually get too deep into it. And here we can edit the primary style, so that is going to be like, if you want the dust to be like a sphere, thick, twins, etc. We could do the quad helix, that sounds like it'd be fun. And there you go, we got the helix rising up above and around us. And last but not least, we got the data of our primary style. So here you can set the particle data to various colors, so we could set it to rainbow. That'd be fun. And as you guys can see, it has taken itself into full effect. We got our man Rowdy here having his own fun with the particle plugin, which, you know, he's doing a pretty good job handling everything. You can also do /pp toggle, which toggles your own particles on or off. But of course, you know, with something so nice, I don't know why you'd want to have it off or anything like that. And you can also do pp reload, which reloads the config and the language files for the plugin. So yeah guys, I mean, that's the plugin PlayerParticles. I'll leave a link to download this plugin down in the description below. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm also running this plugin on my server Barbercraft. I'll leave the IP down in the description below as well. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.